Dun 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 dun. Okay. It appears we are live now. It would appear to me that we are live now. Oh shit. Let me fix my screen here. Let's see. If you ever want to fix your screen, you always have to go into properties. No, you go into transform, you hit that fit to screen. Oh wait, no, that's not right. Hold on. Oh, I totally messed that up. I fucked everything up. No. Let me try that again. What you actually have to do, find display capture. Display capture, not start screen. Not the start screen source, but the display capture source. Okay. Let's turn off the start screen. We go here, we go to transform, just like before. Wait, how did dude, the fact that I just fucking did the exact same thing again. Display capture. Go to transform. Then you make it fit to screen. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Anywho, let's fucking turn this music off. Welcome to today's stream, people. Today, we will be doing nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Alright.
We're going to be watching videos, probably playing some games. I don't fucking know, dude. Life is my oyster. The world is mine for the taking. I will do what I want. This is my stream. Anyways, let's get into this. What is this? Unpopular opinions about Pokemon.
Popular opinion. Pokemon.
Let's see what resonates
X,
with
Y
me.
was great games. I played X more than Alpha Sapphire. You know, X
and Y were great games. I played more than Alpha Sapphire. Man, I don't know, dude. To be honest, I really don't know if I have an opinion on that because it's been so long since I played Alpha Sapphire. I do know for a fact, and it is a fact, that X and Y were not as good as everybody makes them out to be. I think they were mid at best. Not terrible. They're not terrible games. But I think just the pacing, and the fact I just didn't like the art style. And like, honestly, for most Pokemon games, I know this is shallow, but I do think the art style is like 90%. Maybe not 90%. Maybe like 50% of what makes a Pokemon game good. And what contributes to the overall aesthetic experience. Whoa! Sorry, I have the stream playing on another screen here. What's up, Blancas? But anyways, let's
X and Y
continue.
were pretty okay. I think they brought a lot of innovation that they tried to bring to the series was out of good intention. I do think the game is like the pacing of the game is super off. It's filled with
My favorite Pokemon is Heracross.
filler. I don't like the story as
It's either Heracross or Lapras, easily. Easily. What's up, Fori?
much. But I will say Gen 6, X and Y, probably has one of the best regional dexes in the series. Like, the amount of old and new Pokemon and the mix of that they brought in and the timing at which you encounter some Pokemon in the game and stuff.
Thank you for the
I think it's really
subscription.
well
I didn't see who that
handled. X and Y
was.
does a lot of things correctly. Honestly, my biggest Gen 6 problem is that I hate the overworld
Brawl
chibi
CR
kind
Anthony.
of style.
I appreciate the
think it looks really
subscription.
trash. And then also the in-game battle. I just don't like the 3D Pokemon style.
Oh,
It's pretty
Lori
nice. I think
Watson.
it looks pretty trash.
For some
10-year-old
reason, I
me,
can't read the chat
12-year-old me would have gone insane
as
at the
well.
thought of Mega Evolutions. That's like the thing
On
that
my
I always
screen.
wanted
I
from
don't
Pokemon.
fucking know.
So I do
Whatever.
agree that X and Y did a lot of things correctly. I
Talking
don't
to
think
myself.
they were great though. I don't know if I agree with this. Tentacruel is a pretty awesome shiny in my opinion, one of the best. I don't know how this is an unpopular opinion. I think Tentacruel shiny looks pretty cool, yeah. But that's because, listen, if a shiny looks cool, it's probably usually because the Pokemon it's based on is pretty good. That's probably the case, right? I mean, like, I think Tentacruel's design is good, so I think its shiny is probably going to look pretty okay. Love everything about
I might
the
actually
Legend
have to
7, the
disagree
villains,
with
the
that.
music,
I might actually have to disagree with that. Tentacruel. This motherfucker looks evil. Nah.
the starters, the anime. Hell, one of my favorite characters is Faba. So, I do think Gen 7 did a lot of things really correctly. I like that they strayed a little bit off of the usual formula with omitting gyms and shit like that, right? I like, I don't like most of the Gen 7 designs, honestly. I don't know about the music. I honestly think Gen 7 music is like the...
What did Gen 7 Pokemon even look like? I feel like Gen 7 was like the most forgettable generation. I mean, the starters were kind of cool. Bro, what is this shit? Dog. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Gen 7. To be honest, what even was Gen 7? What games were Gen 7? Was that like... Ultra Moon, Sun Moon, Ultra Sun. Yeah, I didn't even play those games, to be honest. I kind of dropped out after X and Y.
most forgettable in the series. I think it's pretty trash. The storyline is pretty cool, I think. I like Lusamine and everything. I think the characters are probably the strongest part of Gen 7. Gen 7 probably has maybe the best or second best characters in the series. Best characters is probably Gen 5, right? Yeah. And then the difficulty of Ultra Sun and Moon, I think, was really well met. I think that was really good. And then the anime, I always see people shitting on the animation style of the Gen 7 anime. I think it looks really cool. I've not seen...
Hey, can I just say one thing? I think the X and Y anime fucking peak, in my opinion. Just in my opinion.
A single episode. I've only seen like GIFs and everything, but I think it looks great. Gen 5 was trash. Now this...
Fuck you. Fuck you. Gen 5 was objectively the best generation of Pokemon. Everybody knows this. Even if you don't like the games that much, like, you cannot deny that they were the best in the series. Everything that Gen 4 and Gen 5 needed to have worked on was completed in Gen 5. Like, artistically, story-wise, in terms of the Pokemon that are introduced. I didn't really like having another fire fighting type starter. I thought that was kind of ridiculous, but in terms of the story, the region, graphical design, the theme of the story, the fact that they actually put effort into the narrative with N and all those people, it's it's easily, objectively, it's the best. Personally, it's not my favorite. I would probably put it Gen 5 Black and White at like number 2. I'm more of a Gen 3 fan personally. for nostalgia reasons, obviously. But like, to say Gen 5 was trash is like, bro, like, put down the pipe, dude.
This is a bad take. Gen 5 is
It
arguably
is.
be the best generation. I love the art style. I love everything visually. I love all the quality of life features added. Everything feels really good. Your back management feels amazing in that game. The fact you can refresh repels in black and white too. They added a lot of shit that wasn't necessary, and they added too many Pokemon. Those are the two biggest problems with Gen 5. The battles actually...
They did not add too many Pokemon. I'd have to disagree with that. I think they added just the right amount, personally. But that's just me, you know. That's just me.
go quickly. All the animations look sick, right? It's a great generation. They didn't add too many like insane mechanics or anything. They just refined the fuck out of it. The problem is they bloated the Pokedex too much, so we ended up with a lot of really shit Pokemon designs in Gen 5. But arguably, they still weren't as bad as some of Gen 1's designs. And then the other thing is, generally adding like stuff like triple battles and like rotation battles and shit like that, it was a little bit too much.
Oh, I forgot
Gen
about
5
the triple battles. Yeah, that's probably the worst thing, to be honest, about Gen 5,
also,
actually.
100% of the best story in the series.
We did not need that.
It's not even close. Best rivals, best, like...
Yep, best
maybe
rivals,
Team Skull was a
for
better
sure.
evil team, but Team Skull was basically like a deconstruction of evil teams, right? So that's like on another level, kind of. Gen 5 was fantastic. Black and White 2 are so well refined. The pacing is like gorgeous. We don't waste our time with like dumb, like non-linear things, and it's just everything's like really tight and concise, and I really like it. How is the best rival? Now this is a pretty garbage take. I said before, he's just seen. I mean, he doesn't give any arguments to arguments.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know about this take like at all. This is really garbage. All right, and this guy posted another hot take right here. Gen 3 is the worst gen.
Nah,
I could
brother.
not disagree with this more. I mean,
Nah, brother. In terms of graphical design, yeah, maybe the story wasn't that interesting. I get that. It was definitely a step up from Gens 1 and 2, okay? You cannot deny, even if you don't like Gen 3, you can't deny that it is objectively when the Pokemon series started to get good. Because Gen 3 actually felt like a big world that you could explore with a whole lot of stuff in it. It felt like the world, it was the first time the Pokemon world actually felt infinite. Like there was something to this world, you know? Something to this Pokemon world. It felt like an actual adventure. Gens 1 and 2 were so fucking boring. Until Gen 3 came along and had the remakes, Gens 1 and 2 were so fucking boring. I'm sorry, they just were. Gold, Silver, if you like those games, you're blinded by nostalgia, okay? Gen 3 is objectively better. Hoenn, it's a better region than Johto and Kanto combined. It just is. It just is. On top of that, the graphical design is great. It is definitively it is the Pokemon experience. It just is.
I mean, he doesn't give any arguments to back this up, so I can just give my arguments to why I think Gen 3 is good. The map is amazing. All the little updates, like the jump from Gen 2 to
It literally feels like an open world game
Gen 3
without
feels
being tacky.
so big, right? It has an amazing dex. So many good Pokemon introduced in Gen 3. Some of my favorites, Zangoose, Medicham, shit like that, right? It did introduce us to that formula of story where it's like, oh, world-ending Pokemon, evil team tries to wake them up, and now we have to stop them and save the world.
Honestly, yeah. You know what? I take back what I said about the story. The story is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good, I would say. I think the story is pretty damn good. Team Aqua versus Team Magma, the world's ending. It's actually based on like a real environmental group, terrorist group that lived in Japan at one time back then. I don't know if they were a terrorist group, but like it actually felt like there were big stakes to be played in this world, right? Like there was a whole lot at stake here. You know?
I love how interconnected Hoenn is. I love how complete it feels as a world. I love how I think the pacing is really well done. The way you like go across the map, all the Pokemon designs are great. It looks great. It like holds up. I feel like really well. Everything feels pretty good. It's not super slow. The animations are good. Like I will say, like Pokemon placement is like a little bit bad in Gen 3, but I think that's fine. I think also I actually really like the water routes in the late game and everything, and the way everything's placed. It's super good. The best girl.
You know what? Yeah, people bitch about the water routes. Bro, listen. I get it, okay? I get it. There's kind of a... You know what? No, there isn't too much water. What the fuck are you people talking about? Like, actually, how is there too much water? You're just like... First of all, you're not even surfing on this route, right? Or this one. Actually, I think you are. No, actually, no, you're not. Unless you're trying to get somebody. So, like, this part of the region, it's like you don't even have to be surfing if you don't want to. And then this place is like, okay, when people say there's too much water, they're talking about, like, this area, right? Where you're, like, going from here to here, and you're going to the League and shit. You're trying to go to Setopolis City. I don't know what this is. Do you ever, like, go... Is Route 124 really in that area? I don't remember. I don't think you actually do go this way. Is Route 124... Wait, why am I blanking on what Route 124 looks like? No. Fucking... In Pokemon, I mean. Fucking search engine. I don't know. Anyways, no, there is not too much water. It is, like, perfectly balanced. Like, grow the fuck up. Stop bitching. Stop bitching. Anyways.
Oh, looks and personality. You know what? Jessie's pretty great. Jessie from Team Rocket, pretty damn great. When I was a kid, I wanted to be like Jessie, okay? She seems really awesome, and I'd definitely be her friend. Ash is a cooler trainer and has done more than Red.
Is this true? Is this actually true? I think Ash is a cooler trainer than Red. I mean, Ash is kind of just a mascot, though. Like, he doesn't really, like... Every region he goes to, it's always the same thing. Nah, Ash does not have the same type of aura as Red, though. Not by a long shot. Now, if you're referring to the red, blue, and yellow comics, that might be a different story. But, like, I don't care for Ash at all as a character. Every cool character in the Pokemon anime has always been everyone but Ash. You know what I mean? It's always the side characters.
I don't know anything about the manga, but if we talk in terms of, like, games, didn't Red literally, like, beat the Pokemon League and then, like, go to Mount Silver because he was so powerful he couldn't find anyone else to battle until you challenged him in fucking
That's what I'm saying.
Gold and Silver? Ash doesn't even win any Pokemon Leagues.
Dude, Ash is a loser. Nobody cares about Ash. Ash has no aura.
He hasn't won a single league.
Ash has
garbage.
no aura. He's
I don't know,
garbage.
Shit take, but I don't know enough about, like, the manga or whatever. Or the
He's garbage, dude. Red is like the silent protagonist who lives on Mount Silver because he's like literally like 5th gear Luffy. Like, he's too powerful. And he doesn't talk. Ash is just some fucking doofus.
anime to
He's some fucking idiot from Palatine.
It's hard to find the motivation to create a competitive team and get involved in the
He's just
community
a
when everyone
fucking
in
dummy.
tournaments is using close to the same team. Yeah, you know, this actually seems...
It's hard to get the motivation to create a competitive team because everybody's using the same team. Yeah, I mean
this
pretty
is
much.
like a really...
That's why whenever I play Showdown, I like always use a randomizer because it's just more interesting to like kind of have to navigate your way around using different Pokemons and stuff.
accurate take, I think. To be fair, I'm like with competitive online games, I'm a pretty big like net decker. Like I'll just play whatever, just like to kind of learn the basics of the game. I'll just kind of play what everyone else is playing, see how good it is. I do think that like seeing like I think it kind of depends on the meta. Obviously, I've seen Pokemon competitive metas where it's been different, but it seems like most of the time there's like one big team that kind of dominates, and I think it's pretty much down to Game Freak not investing enough resources to making a balanced competitive format. Like all the smoke gun formats and everything like community wise that we've seen, where you don't have to like their opinion though. I think a lot of people feel this way, and it's honestly kind of what scares me away from doing any competitive Pokemon battling. Plus, I just like Nuzlocke. I like having to like work with what I'm handed rather than just be able to freely build my team, I guess. Oraz is not a good remake. It's lacking in stuff found in the original. It's made unnecessary changes and some stuff left unfinished.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. All that I remember though is the fact that I played the games. But other than that, like I don't have like any emotional connection. I don't have like any serious memory of playing those games like at all, to be honest. Yeah, no, I don't. I played the games and that's it. Like there was nothing interesting about them like at all. I remember it was super easy though. Like yeah, I think I kind of agree with this. Like the unnecessary changes like flying on a Lapras and stuff. I do like how they made it more accessible to go to like Birth Island and places like that. I think that was really cool. And go to Southern Island, Faraway Island, stuff like that. I don't like. I'm pretty sure in the original games you have to have an event pass for all that, but in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it's already built into the game, which I thought was really cool personally. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It's no Fire Red or Leaf Green, mind you, but here's what I know. It's going to be better than the Black and White remakes, okay? And it's objectively better than Brilliant and Diamond and whatever the fucking Shining Pearl, whatever it was called. I don't even remember the names of the games because they suck so much ass. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl should not exist. Just Gen 4 did not need a remake. It didn't. Gen 5 does not need a remake. Game Freak is dying. What do you want from me?
Yeah, you know, this is definitely accurate. I think Oraz is actually a shit remake, if only for the fact that they excluded the Battle Frontier. The Battle Frontier not being in the game was the biggest
Oh my god, yes. Oh my goodness.
disappointment of like all of my Pokemon life.
That's how you alienate a fan
And then
base
also,
right
it's
there.
just because I don't like the overworld style of Gen 6, and also the like way that the 3D sprites are handled.
Oh, and obviously the graphical design was pretty trash. I hate 3D animation for Pokemon. That should never have been a thing. I'll say it till the day I die. Gen 6 was the beginning of the end for Pokemon. X and Y wasn't a terrible game, but it was not outstanding. Pokemon definitively will always be a 2D platforming game. It was not made for 3D, never will be. Doesn't matter how beautiful it looks if you use the Unreal Engine or whatever. There's a reason why XD and Coliseum were the worst selling games in the franchise. Okay? And it's because when you take a game like Pokemon and you make it 3D, you're either going to end up making like a worse version of Skyrim, like a bad open world game, or you're going to make a claustrophobic, too linear, a game that's way too linear and uncreative and boring, and nobody's going to like it, which was exactly what XD and Coliseum were. Like, if you play those games, it feels like there could have been so much more, but it's just so like limited. It's so limited. And that's because the 2D platforming style, or even the 3 point or 2.5D rather style of like Gen 5, that doesn't translate well to 3D. Pokemon has its own definitive style as a JRPG, an old school style JRPG. They should really just stay like that. Matter of fact, you know what game I think does the Pokemon style better than Pokemon? Cassette Beasts. Easily. 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 They should have just done something like this if they wanted to get crazy with it. You know? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is a kind of a small image. Like, this style would look so much better. This actually might even be better than the original Pokemon style, to be honest. If like it stays true to the JRPG style, it's like there's a little bit of 3D in there, you know. It doesn't fall completely off the map and go too crazy with it. If you want to make a game, like, look at this shit. This looks good. This is what a Pokemon game should look like. There is no reason to deviate from this, like, 2D kind of style. There's no reason for it. When you make it 3D, when you make everything, when you make the characters 3D, it loses its soul immediately. It just does.
Coloring and everything I think looks really bad, so that's why I also kind of stay away from Oraz. I do think they handled a lot of things well. They add a lot of like quality of life stuff, but then also making the game incredibly easy by handing the player a free like Mega Latios and stuff like that also didn't really help with Oraz being a good thing. So yeah,
I don't remember the free. I don't remember a lot of things, but I definitely do not remember Omega Ruby
I'm
Alpha
gonna
Sapphire.
go and agree with this one.
It was so uninteresting. Like, it was not. There was nothing cool about the game, nothing that stuck with me. And I remember when those games came out too. Like, they weren't.
I don't think it's too unpopular of an opinion.
They just wasn't
Gen
it.
1 has
It just
gotten
wasn't
really
it.
boring due to how much pandering it gets, and I'm just as sick of Gen 1 Pokemon. I hope Sword and Shield keeps that to a minimum. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I mean, I have a pretty big problem.
Oh yeah, this video came out like 7 years ago. Anyways.
Boom. One down.
Oh, I was already watching this one.
I took down the Crocodile Brothers. I ran through the rest of the dungeon and got the bomb bag. But if the last puzzle was bad, then this one was even worse. Giant dead Dodongo when it sees.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Nintendo, the best thing that they've ever made easily is Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda is like the only good thing Nintendo has ever made. I'm gonna say it. Zelda is the only good franchise by Nintendo. Like, genuinely.
Red. A new way to go.
Well, Mother's pretty good too, actually, but like, and Smash Bros, I guess.
Will be open. Look, there's red. Do you like it? Am I supposed to hop onto that? Okay, I'll go down.
Dude, what is this game? Wait. I know this is Ocarina of Time, but like, why does it look so... Why is it so fresh? This does not look like a Nintendo 64.
What? No! Yeah, I really thought for at least 10 minutes that the red that the Dodongo...
This looks like it was made on the Source engine or something. Looks like it was made on, like, Unreal.
Was supposed to see was just the lava. And then it finally clicked for me. How do I make it see red?
I do not think, though, that Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda. I think Majora's Mask easily clears Ocarina of Time. But like, they can't really be compared because Ocarina of Time is like a big Hollywood movie from the golden age of movies compared to Majora's Mask, which is like a deep, edgy, symbolic indie film. You know what I mean? They can't really be compared, but I think Majora's Mask is definitely better. Like it has, it has more symbolism, more, more of a fleshed out story, more of a well thought out narrative. There's definitely more room for theory crafting, and it's just an overall better, more interesting world. But like, even then, it's like Ocarina of Time's fucking awesome.
That's red. You see? What am I supposed to do? Just throw a bomb at it? Can't imagine that would work. Oh my god, that's how you do it. What? What?
I should play Ocarina
Game
of
got
Time
some
sometime.
weird mechanics, man. So yeah, I finally got the dungeon opened up and made it to the boss room, where I fought the King Dodongo. But if I learned anything
I should
about throwing
definitely
the
play,
bombs,
like,
I forgot it immediately against this boss.
Majora's Mask. I also want to play the Oracle games.
I think
Oracle
that
of
did
Seasons.
damage.
Those games seem pretty fun.
Whoa, that fire almost hit
You don't
me.
really hear a lot about the Oracle games. So.
I got hit by my own bomb. I have no idea if I'm doing damage or not. I think so.
Video. Weed isn't chill anymore.
Some people say, just by the tone of my voice alone, they can tell that I've smoked way too much weed. And I can't even get mad about this because, I mean, they're right.
I feel like I get that too. Like I kind of have that tone of voice. I smoked weed for like 6 years, and I feel like it definitely changed my voice in a way. But also at the same time, I'm not like retarded, so I don't know. I don't know if I really like have lung damage or anything like that, but I don't.
did.
I do get the vibe. I give the vibes to some people that besides my long hair, that I smoke weed. For some reason.
Even though I don't smoke like that anymore, it's almost
I don't smoke weed like that anymore either. Like I'm like a year off weed, but people still think that I'm like stoner archetype. You know.
it's permanently a part of me. Like I'm perma-fried in a way or some shit. I don't know. There's this player on the Yankees, Cody Bellinger, and bro just looks so high all the time. And I think I have Cody Bellinger's disease because my entire life I've been accused of being high, even before I started smoking. But what got me so into it originally, it was like I finally found something that slowed me down. Everything in this world feels like it speeds you up. And weed, at first for me, it was just like, slow down, buddy. Like, what are you even tripping about? And this is why I think our
Dude, nothing will ever replace your first feeling of getting high. Like, your first time smoking weed is always, like, the best time. It's either the best time or the worst time of your life.
generation loves smoking it so much. But I look back now as I'm detached from this chronic use, and I see it so differently. I felt at the time I was making my life easier. Whole time I was making my life so much harder. And weed
That's
is sneaky
true.
because even at my peak
That's very true.
potheadness, we'll call it, I don't know if that makes any sense, I was so convinced that the stereotype, it didn't apply to me. Like I was the one pothead where smoking weed all the time didn't impact my productivity. I was just built
Real.
different. And all my friends, it's like we all just happen to be built different. So you end up spending so much time and energy just trying to prove you aren't lazy. You aren't the typical stoner. It's like, oh, I wake up early, bro. I go to the gym, bro.
It doesn't impact my work at all. I still go to work. I do my work.
People would be like, oh, it doesn't make you lazy. You were just a lazy person. If you smoke weed every day and you're coping with this mindset of, I'm actually still productive with it, maybe you are, but that's not the real
I think what
You know how
actually
many
happens
paragraphs? No,
is that weed just kind of slows you down. Like, if you're a high energy type 1 race car personality, weed will, like, slow you down, kind of make you chill out, but it will definitely make you less of an effective person, for sure. It will definitely make you a less effective person overall. And that's just the truth. And it will ruin your mental health, and it will be a source of stress later on in your life. And there is no denying that. You can cope all you want, but weed can easily ruin your life. And oh my god, it's so fucking expensive too. Oh my god, it's so expensive. Fuck are you doing?
My weed video, people were basically dropping me their entire autobiographies. I was getting resumes of all the shit that they're able to accomplish on a daily basis while also smoking weed every day. You know, something my mom always told me is like, if you have to constantly prove to everyone and tell everyone who you are, the type of person that you are, chances are you aren't that person. But right. I get it. I do get it, because this, like I said, this was me. You hear the word stoner, I'm thinking Shaggy, I'm thinking X-Code build. And even when I was getting high every single day, that wasn't me. I didn't want to be associated with that. So I get why people constantly feel the need to prove that's not them, because that's bad auras. Let's be honest. But it's 2026, big bro. Like, this is why I'm saying we need to update the stoner stereotype. It's like, why are we still using this early 2000s dare definition of it? Like, truth is, when
I don't think it's completely unwarranted. I don't think weed is a positive force in anyone's life who smokes it, honestly, at all. I think people cope a lot. But other than that, weed, all the stereotypes about weed. Matter of fact, you know that fucking documentary, I forget what it's called, Reefer Madness, where they talk about how weed will make you crazy? Look at weed now. 100% THC. Back like 10 years ago, weed was like 40, at best 30-40% THC, and there would be CBD in it. Nowadays, 0% CBD, 100% THC. You're telling me that you're not having problems from smoking weed and that there's no adverse effects?
think of a pothead
Come
now,
on, bro.
it's a lot more discreet. You know, you got mom potheads, teacher potheads, finance potheads. Like, you take one walk down Fifth Avenue in the city, you'll see finance bros walking around smoking, womping carts in their suits on the way to work. All those years I spent high, I don't think the real problem was that it made me lazy. You know, by the 2006 definition, I wasn't a pothead. I wasn't remember that commercial where the where the girl would like sink into the couch and like melt into the couch? Like, that wasn't me. I didn't associate with that. The updated definition that I would define a pothead as, it's not someone who's lazy. You know, they can still be very productive. It's someone who's comfortable with being comfortable. Because if you're denying this definition, then you're actually coping. Smoking weed every day, it makes it so much harder to be comfortable being uncomfortable. It makes it so much harder to grow and put yourself in positions where you grow. And look, I want to be very clear here. I'm talking about daily use. I'm not saying a puff of a J before you go to see a movie
Sadly
with your boys
true.
is going to be a detriment to your life. We used to love getting smacked before going to see a movie, man. I have some fond memories, but at the same time, I don't know. We learned our lesson with Oppenheimer. That was the last time I tried some shit like that. I pulled up to Heimer Geek. Huge mistake. But anyway, I don't know why I'm getting to that. When you're in this cycle of smoking weed every day, even if it's just at night, like for years I said, okay, this is cool because I only do it at night when everything
Your life is already ruined.
Even then, what I was doing without realizing it was telling my subconscious, basically accepting the fact that something in my life is missing, but I'm not trying to find it. Like, I'm just gonna womp this card or smoke this J at night instead. And this is why I feel confident when I say smoking weed every day stunted my personal growth, and that's the reality for the majority of humans who do it. If you have a conscious and a subconscious, this is what's gonna happen. And yes, there's obviously exceptions. I'm sure those exceptions will be active in the comment section below, but that's such a small percentage. The majority of people that are getting fried are not seeking uncomfortable opportunities smacked. Like, let's be real here. If you smoke, you're not going to want to go try some shit you've never done before. You're not going to go want to be around people that you've never met before. And also, it's like, can
It's
we
just gonna
just be
slow you
honest?
down.
I feel like I need to say this. It makes anxiety worse. It just does. I said it. You know, you say that and people lose
that's
their
true.
minds. But it's like, find me
I
someone
mean,
who's
what
been
really needs to be said, weed is like probably one of the most dangerous drugs out there, objectively, in the sense that you don't think that there's anything wrong with it. Ocarina of Time remake. Do we not already have one of these?
The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that does not change with time is a memory of younger days. For me, Ocarina of Time is that memory.
Holy shit, wait, that's a quote from the game?
For me,
God damn. Okay.
Ocarina of Time is that memory.
I would have remembered a quote like that.
As a kid, I always treasured Nintendo's big three franchises. Metroid's intricate worlds fascinated my mind. Mario embodied the physical joy of movement and play, but Zelda's heroic journeys always resonated with the heart and soul. Ocarina of
True.
Time is a top contender for my favorite game of all time, so that memory has not faded. But the game itself also deserves to be preserved. Not reimagined, not reinvented, but recaptured as it's remembered and lived in our imaginations. So with rumors swirling of an Ocarina of Time remake, in this video we'll explore how a remake can preserve and enhance a legend with the craft and respect it deserves. And whether you're new here or returning to the channel, please consider liking the video or subscribing if you enjoy the content. We're only a couple hundred subscribers away from 9,000. Now historically, I've never been that big on the idea of remaking this game. It's such a complete experience, and it had a profound impact on me exactly as it is. But lately, a remake feels more logical.
Do we
or
not have a
appealing
remake for this
a
game
few
already?
reasons. Perhaps most importantly, classic
where has
3D
Burr
Zelda
been
has
for all this
become
time?
rare enough that returning to it would feel new again. No modern 3D Zelda has fully operated in this style since Twilight Princess all the way back in 2006, or with Skyward Sword in 2011 carrying some of those final design echoes. The handcrafted dungeons, steady progression, structured narrative, memorable lock and key items, and that authored sense of discovery have all receded. After years of open-ended Zelda design, I've genuinely missed what classic 3D Zelda used to feel like. A successful remake could bring those elements back and generate real interest in reviving that design philosophy going forward, or at least combining it with the newer style. Replaying Ocarina of Time yet again also gave me a second reason to consider. It holds up remarkably well, but some rough edges are of course easy to notice now, and they're real barriers for players who didn't grow up with it. A remake would need to serve two audiences at once: the people who already treasure this game, and the players who lack the nostalgia to look past its limitations. And currently, there's no official way to even play the game on modern Nintendo hardware aside from a subscription to an emulated version, which suffers from various minor issues like input lag and lacks modern essentials like widescreen. The timing also lines up well. The game is approaching 30 years old, the 40th anniversary of the franchise is here, and for the first time, Nintendo has hardware that can fully realize what the N64 could only suggest. That said, the difficulty of this remake isn't just technical, it's emotional and artistic. A remake has to recapture,
We really
preserve,
don't need a remake,
and elevate iconic moments players have carried for 30 years. Your first steps into Kokiri
The
Forest,
game is already
drawing the
perfect.
Master Sword in the Temple of Time, those reflective musical encounters with Sheik. Every creative decision will have an impact. And so one concern that isn't discussed enough is tone. Modern Nintendo and older Nintendo are not identical in how they present adventure, danger,
Yeah, 'cause it
darkness,
sucks
and humor.
now.
Modern Nintendo often leans into brighter expression, kinetic animation, faster pacing, and more openly theatrical storytelling. That is not inherently bad, but it is a different creative language. Ocarina of Time speaks in a very specific tone. Its darkness is quiet, its mythology feels ancient, and its most haunting moments are subtle and rarely explain themselves. Ocarina of Time never
True.
had to announce danger. You just felt it, and that atmosphere, from the Redeads to the Shadow Temple or the horrifying well, to get
Ocarina of Time is good for the sole reason that it is one of the only things in Nintendo, one of the only games, franchises of Nintendo, that are not trying to just appeal to 35-year-old man children. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely a lot of those in the fan base, but the fact that it's not the same thing every single time, that there's actual, like, thought put into the games and the stories, it's objectively the only good thing that Nintendo has ever made. Fight me.
Ganondorf's brooding presence, it all needs to be protected. There's also a structural challenge unique to 5th generation hardware. GameCube or later games are
You're never going to be able to remake this game. I don't even know why we're watching this video, to be honest. Actually, hold on. I gotta be right back. It's piss time, my friends. It is piss time. I shall be right back. Give me 1 second. Actually copyright-free music. That's what the title said, at least. So I hope it's true. Alright, let's switch gears here. Okay. Should we play Showdown? You know, there was a game that I downloaded very recently. Hope this doesn't give away my information. But there was this game I've been playing called, I don't know if you heard of it, called, where is it? Half-Life Raising the Bar Redux. I kind of feel like playing this game, to be honest. It's a mod. It's supposed to be like the beta version, I think. It's supposed to be the beta version of Half-Life 2. I thought this game was pretty interesting. I want to give it a I want to show you guys, because I don't see a lot of people playing this game that much. If it'll load up, maybe. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a long game. Let's just, like, make the screen bigger. Yeah, like that. What the fuck? There we go. Wait, what the fuck happened to the screen? Hang on, let me... Wow, can you actually not be like that? Let's, there we go. All right. I forget where I was at in this game, to be honest.
Tried to convince her to wait for you, but she said she'd meet you there. Now, we haven't heard from her since, but she's a tough girl. Just keep an eye out for her once you get there. Combine have some fortifications between here and there. There's not a whole lot of places to sneak in from. That probably means a full frontal assault. But luckily for you, the antlions have been, antsy. Especially with you killing their king. Combine's forces are stretched thin trying to contain them.
So we didn't even get rid of the antlions. That's awesome.
Gunship base, probably.
That's awesome. We didn't even get rid of the antlions.
Dr. Maxwell's in there too. You know that? Escape. There's a train that
Dude, the
goes
antlions are the
right
most
into the
annoying thing in this game.
We've never
You'll see why in a sec.
terms with the conscripts. Vance keeps to himself, does what he has to do to survive.
You know, for a mod, this
Alex
has
seems
really
to think
good
your old
voice
David will still
acting.
be trusted, though, so hitching a ride to him is your best shot.
This has pretty
Take
good
some time
voice
to talk to
acting.
the folks here if you haven't already. Come find me by the garage when you're done. If you're in a rush, I
Like
can
most
get you on
voice
the road
acting
right
in
now if
video
you like.
games, especially in
Just follow
mods
me.
for video games, is like, well, we go down to the water hole. And it's like really over gesticulated and corny and sounds fucking retarded. But like in this game, they actually do it right. They actually do it correctly.
Well, if it isn't Gordon Freeman. Birthers, we call it. Clearly have some kind of control over the hive. I'm no biologist, but I figure it must be some kind of pheromones or something. Those outlines out there don't
I didn't mean to do that. was this thing? Tell me.
Guys saw this woman out in the wasteland, pinned down by some soldiers. He moved in to help, but by the time we were the humans, the soldiers were dead, and the woman was gone. All she left behind was this mask, beaten up a bit. Seems like it's got night vision and gas.
Is any of this important to the story?
Look combine. Hope it
Is
wasn't
any of this important to the story?
Maybe give it back. Seems like we want her on our side. You fellers like old Robert and the infirm are going at it. Those hound eyes. The boards helped us make these earmuffs. Your ears will just ring and not burst. We use them to cull local packs, but we've only got the stuff for ones.
I mean, what are we supposed to do here? The fuck?
Common shackle. Our kin know it well, from a time of indentured servitude, before the free man broke our chains, and instead broke our body. If this thing falls off the Jeep, right, she's a bit of a rust bucket at this point.
Dude, the design of these bodies concern me immensely.
If you charge the gun, there won't be much left for your own suit after.
Stuck to the Jeep, eh, Gordon? Give Al the best. Give the Combine our worst. And good luck.
Oh shit, that's not the way to go. Or what? Which way am I supposed to fucking go? Oh, this way. Oh my god, these controls are crazy. Oh shit. Fuck. Wait, how do I only have half health? Oh, I'm dead. Fuck out of here, bitch. Oh, we're stuck. Okay, that's cool. Oh, shit. That was close. Now I can't walk there. Fucking bitch. Ah. Ass. Fuck. Oh shit, that was overkill. The fuck was that? Hell no. The fuck? Bro. Fucking shooting beams at me. Kill all of you. Fucking bitch. Okay, where are we supposed to go? We're supposed to activate something out here, right? I think this opens up the gate, right? If we go up here. There we go. So yeah, this game's kind of tedious at times. Sometimes it's a little puzzling. But overall, it's like pretty cool. It's definitely a longer game than the original Half-Life. But this includes... What the fuck was that? This game includes all the cut content from the original game, which is kind of cool. Or rather, from what was released in the final product. Motherfucker. Oh, hell no. Fucking bitch. Fuck no. Kill it with fire. Oh, fuck. What? Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Hell no. Bro. Open! Bro. Where'd it go? Nah, bro. The fuck was that? Nah, I'm getting out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. These fucking ant lions. This is what I'm talking about. What? Why does the gun not do anything? Fuck. Oh, do we have infinite ammo? Oh, that's tight. Whoa. Fuck. Hey. Get out of my way. God damn. Oh shit. Fuck no. God damn it. Kill yourself. The fuck even is that? What even is that? Hell? We not supposed to drive up here? I guess not. Dadgum. What? What the frick? Oh no. I don't know what this is. Bro. Fucking, they put these in the worst fucking places. Nah, I heard that. I know what that sound means. Fucking bitch. Oh, fuck no. Get away from me. Get the hell away from me. Bitch. Oh. How did that not kill anyone? I genuinely do not understand how that didn't kill anybody. Fuck. Hell no. I will barricade this bitch. Jesus. Actually, I need these guys on my team to kill the, What? I need these guys to kill the antlions for me, actually. Enemy of my enemy type shit. Ooh. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, shit. Don't know why I did that. So, what are we supposed to be doing here? Oh, we gotta go down. I tend to think we might need to go down here. Wait, I was wrong. Then we go up here, I think. Bro, what? What was the point of going through there? Bro. Guess I missed that. Yeah, so there was basically no point coming through here. Great. Great. So there's basically nothing, that's what I'm getting at. Oh. This was not open last time. Oh shit. Like that was not open, right? There was a gate there. Hold on. Why do I even have a BRB screen if it doesn't even work? Hold on, we're gonna be right back, people. Let's play some jazz while I'm gone. officially. The world may never know. Okay, this screen is kind of fucked. Move it a little to the side there. There we go. Okay, so we went through the tunnel and now we're here. Just knock that over real quick. Oh fuck. Why did I do that? Dead people. Out of this place, bitch. Oh shit, wait, I can't go that way. Fuck. They can't hurt me. Oh shit. Oh, I have to go this way. Okay. I always wondered what the graffiti meant in this game. Ow. I gotta let the Combine just take care of the ant lines for me. Dude, this SMG is useless. It's fucking useless, bro. Yeah. Burn those bitches alive. What is this? Oh, we actually have the gun. Oh, that's cool. Does it regenerate? No? Shit. What? That didn't even kill him? Not know what I just did there. Whoa, bitch. Watch out. See, this is what I'm talking about. What are you supposed to do here? Where are you supposed to go? Oh, crap. Bad time to run out of stamina. Hmm. So like I said, this game kind of just goes on forever. It never ends. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. I think it's where I'm supposed to go. Dude, the overworld of Half-Life is sad. It's so sad. Shit, I only got 4. I'm gonna have to rely entirely on grenades. Alright, we got it. Fuck my ass. Whoa, this is a huge place. There's more? Okay. If I hide here, he cannot hurt me. Bitch. Am I supposed to climb up there? Where am I supposed to go? Where do I need to go? Oh. So we're clearly supposed to go this way. Okay, apparently not. Game design. Fucking amazing. Here. Awesome. Okay. This place is like... I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like this is like one of the more nicely kept places in this universe, in the game so far. Oh. Holy shit, these things are tough. These things are like invincible. Bye, bitch. Oh my god, dude, what is the point? What are you supposed to do here? What are you even supposed to do here? What? I'm confused. I'm confused. Guys, you can make a game in like... You can make a video game easy. You know you can do that, right? Don't make it unnecessarily tedious and like boring. You can make a game like not impossible to play too. Oh wait, am I supposed to just jump up here? No, I was already here. Wait, this literally has... This game is unplayable. Holy shit, it's already 5 o'clock. Damn. 5:30. What is that? Yeah, well, I genuinely have no idea what we're supposed to do here. And I don't think that's my fault. I think this is just like just a badly designed game. Honestly. Fucking ass. Fuck ass. Oh my god, dude. What are we supposed to do? Wait, this is retarded. This is retarded. This game is fucking dumb. What are you supposed to even do here? Like, what? There's literally nothing you can do. You're just stuck here. Alright, this game's boring anyways. Save game.
This next voicemail we're going to listen to, I don't know if this individual has any real problems in their life, but we're going to listen to a girl who chose to become a Pilates instructor, content creator, and had to cut off her grandma. That's her problem.
Many such
so
cases.
I'm going to, listen, before I even play this voicemail, I would bet, like, all the money I have that this chick's from Southern California. Like, all of it. Dude, I bet the house.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have a
Baldwin,
house, but everything.
I honestly think that I have the most problems in the world. I'm literally problem maxing right now. But I think one of the biggest problems right now is my family and career path. I decided to become a Pilates instructor / content creator, and my
Bro.
family is also fucking insane and follows
In a
me on
weird
all
way,
of my
I
social
kind
media.
of relate to this.
I actually
Okay.
had
If you're just doing Pilates, what's wrong with your family following you though?
to
Like,
cut off one
can't-
of my family
what if they
members,
wanna
my
do
grandma last week,
Pilates?
because she is like not
wait, you had to cut off. Stop.
follows me on all of my social media.
Stop. Run that
I
back.
actually had to cut off one of my family members, my grandma, last week, because she is like, not to bring up politics, but she's like mega and disgusting. So I guess like one of my biggest problems is because I know my family follows me, I'm scared to be like truly authentically myself. So I wanted to see what you would have to think about that. And then I also have kind of put myself in a little career box by being in the fitness industry. I'm kind of like between studios right now, between jobs, and I'm just really feeling like I put myself in a box. And I can't really escape because I didn't go to college, and I've been doing Pilates for 3 years. So if you have any advice, I'd love to hear it, bro.
I mean, fuck. I don't think I'd call me of all people for Pilates advice, but you know, here I am, and we're gonna call her. But before I call her, I love this voicemail so much because we heard voicemails with people who have some fucked up problems. I mean, we got a voicemail later from a guy who has cancer. Like, dude, this shit's getting real. And this girl's like, I think I have the most problems in the world. I am a Pilates instructor, content creator that had to cut off my fucking bitch grandma. Let's get it. No, I'm calling her right now. I'm so intrigued by this situation. Fucking piece of shit, grandma. Everyone's grandpa.
Hello?
Yo, you're on the Gobcast. You mind being recorded?
Bro, yeah, no, for sure.
I heard you have some serious problems going on in your life.
Are those
Dude,
kids
my
in the
life
background?
is kind of hella whack right now, dog. Like, okay, so
Hella whack.
like I said, I kind of put myself into a corner in the fitness industry, which is like a very fun industry to be in. Like, I can like,
Okay.
I'm like, you know, like I get to wear like a sports bra and leggings to work, and I don't have to worry about spreadsheets. But I have this insane commute to get into work, and I just like hate. I'm at this one corporate studio that's like literally insane. I'm not gonna say which one it is because it's kind of like very well known.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of unrealistic expectations for instructors to have, and it's kind of like burning me out. And then I started at a different studio that's a bit closer to me, and it's more of a refined practice. Like I'm around more like well-mannered people, not like the insane, like I'm around a lot of like tech bros and tech girls, you know, like
Definitely
yeah, 'cause,
Southern
like,
California.
it's kind of insane. Needless to say, I'm doing also a lot of working out and
Doing a lot of
smoking
drugs.
weed, and also now a lot of drinking Bush Apple since it just came out. So I'm kind of like
Okay.
running myself dry. And I think
Doing
I need
a lot
to
of
make some
drugs.
tough decisions
Doing a lot
about
of
like where to
drugs.
pivot next. I've also started making
I'm
money
also
off
doing
of
a lot
the
of
TikTok
drugs.
creator fund. I'm kind of running myself into a hole there. I'm kind of like niching too down, and I'm fighting with TikTok because they put my payout for March into someone else's PayPal account.
What did she say?
I'm kind of running myself. Also started making money off of the TikTok creator fund. I'm kind of running myself into a hole there. I'm kind of like niching too down, and I'm fighting with TikTok because they put my hole there. I'm started making money off of decisions about
Okay.
running myself dry. A lot of drinking Bush Apple since it just came out, so I'm kind of like
Okay.
running
What the fuck is
myself
Bush Apple?
dry.
Is that like
And I think I need
alcohol?
to make some tough decisions about like where to pivot next. I've also started making money off of the TikTok creator fund. I'm kind of running myself into a hole there. I'm kind of like niching too down, and I'm fighting with TikTok because they put my payout
She's
for
an
March
alcoholic
into
and
someone
she's a
else's
fitness
PayPal account,
instructor.
and it was like $1,000, and they Their only customer service
You
pros
got
is AI
$1,000 off
chatbots.
TikTok
Ideal
in March?
life, honestly.
Yeah, dude. I've like.
How many
I found-
followers do you have?
I just hit.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about this. There was another video that I wanted to see. It was this one. We are all Prince Charming. What is this? I've been seeing Type 2 productions in my feed a lot
Prince
lately.
Charming is the perfect representative of the average white man in modern Western society. In Shrek 3, Prince Charming is hated, mocked, humiliated, and even replaced by an outsider in his own country, while his former countrymen completely turn on him and
Holy
accept
shit.
the unacceptable without question.
Holy shit, we're going right into the JQ, huh? We're already reaching. We're already reaching for the for the chud logic here, huh? We're already reaching for the crazy shit. Better take a sip of water for that before we get into this.
Prince Charming really is living in a world that's gone completely crazy and abandoned all logic and reason by letting these ogres come in and rule, yet he's being treated like the crazy one for noticing that the world's been turned upside down.
It's not exactly subtle either.
And it's his unwillingness to accept the new normal and him fighting back in order to restore his homeland that ultimately causes him to meet an untimely death at the end of this movie.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
And I can't help but feel there's an obvious message being sent that if you will not step aside and let the outsiders destroy your society, you must be ousted and replaced by someone else who will.
Despite being only 13% of the population, ogres commit over 50% of
Accept
the crimes.
the perfect new world order.
And this is what Prince Charming fundamentally is rebelling against. For the sin of attempting to restore his homeland to its rightful state, he must be impoverished, humiliated, and ultimately killed.
It's the most effective way for social change is humiliate your enemy and make them poorer.
At the beginning of the movie, King Harold is dying, and Fiona and Shrek fill in for him to rule temporarily. And consider Fiona made a conscious decision to become an ogre. So it's ludicrous that the people are even okay with her ruling in the first place.
Is that what Shrek 2 is even about? Or Shrek the Third? It's just subversion. Is that really what we're on about right here? Is this the one where they go to never, or what is it called? Far away? Far away land? Far, far away? Everybody says it's bad. So he's trying to argue that this is about how white men are evil or something like that? Is that what this movie is supposed to convey?
So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I made that poll a couple weeks back asking which movie you wanted me to follow up the Shrek 2 video with, I was kind of banking on Shark
Shrek 2 is objectively better than the first Shrek, by the way. I will not elaborate.
Tail winning, because over the past year or so while making my YouTube poops, I've kind of become an expert on this movie. I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but... Wait, no, I really don't want to brag. What the hell am I saying? Shark Tale is hot garbage, but it is hot garbage that I am very intimate with. But truth be told, I kind of blocked Shrek the Third out of my memory a long time ago, and I've never revisited it. The general consensus is that this is the worst Shrek, by a landslide. Everyone says...
Is it? What about Shrek the Fourth? Isn't it usually the case that movies, as they progress through their sequels, get worse?
That because the movie's not funny, and also the jokes are bad, and its attempts at humor fall flat. And wait, why else do people hate this movie again? Like, everyone agrees that this movie is bad and unfunny, but no one ever seems to talk about why it's bad and unfunny. Except Jack's Films, who actually made a really good video about why this movie fails so hard. But I'd like to go a bit deeper. There's actually a lot more layers to unravel about this movie than I first thought before rewatching it. It is just a colossal failure on so many levels, and in my humble, more or less factual opinion, this movie...
Well, no, okay, the thing about Shrek, the reason why this doesn't really follow...
It's even...
is that he's trying to create a narrative out of fucking thin air, saying that it's like, oh, anti-white men or something. He's like really just over-analyzing it, really, when in reality, I'm pretty sure the whole idea of Shrek is like an aversion, like a subversion of what fairy tales usually are supposed to be, right? Like that was the whole point of Shrek 1, is that it's like the hero is this fucking ogre from the fairy tale outlands, and he's kind of taken the whole idea of Shrek, or the whole idea of traditional fairy tales, and like turned it on its head. And it's supposed to be like a parody of Disney, and how like all the Disney movies, it was really supposed to be a response to how like all of everything that Disney makes is kind of just the same and like uninteresting and not challenging in any ways. Which I don't know.
Even worse when you consider that despite King Harold getting on board with Shrek and Fiona's marriage, his death is still played as a joke. On his deathbed, he tells Shrek and Fiona,
But your love for Shrek has taught me so much.
This scene shows us that Fiona's love for Shrek taught Harold that it's okay for your daughter to embrace her curse, have her values undermined, live in a rotting swamp, and produce little ogre babies that don't resemble him at all. They're even so on the nose with how little they respect Harold that in a later scene, Fiona uses a secret passageway that depicts Harold kissing a horse's butt. There is no amount of submission that will ever make you a member of the club. This is the future that the goblins that run Hollywood want for you. Your final comfort before you die is knowing that your daughter is now a swamp shark.
Okay, this is a reach, if anything. This is a huge reach. This is interpreting things that aren't even there.
You'll have little green freak babies as your grandkids. And let's not forget, Shrek doesn't want to rule, but instead of stepping aside and letting Prince Charming, who has a rightful claim to the throne...
Well, I mean, how do you accept like the fact that Fiona is an ogre? I don't know.
That being the promise of King Harold,
how do you
he
explain
embarks
that?
on an adventure to find a distant heir.
How do you explain that through the right-wing rhetoric that this guy is trying to force into the Shrek movie?
To Harold to take on the responsibility of ruling so that he doesn't have to.
Now, this relative turns out to be Arthur Pendragon, and our introduction to him is an immediate subversion of expectations by making us think he's a tall, handsome Giga Chad, but we immediately discovered that this kid's actually an outcast.
Stop squirming, Arthur.
I'm not Arthur. That dork over there is Arthur.
Now, through manipulation and deceit, Shrek absolutely gaslights Artie into coming with him to Far, Far Away to become the new king. And multiple times, Shrek outright lies to Artie about the king handpicking him to be heir.
Oh no, in fact, the king asked for you personally.
And his motivation for this is nothing more than shirking responsibility of being king so that he can go fart around in his swamp. But the problem is, he's willing to manipulate a young, impressionable kid into ruling when the throne has already been promised to Prince Charming.
To that point, on the ship ride back to Far, Far Away, Shrek is constantly gaslighting Artie into thinking that being king is going to be all fun and games.
Look, I know it's not all going to be fun and games.
It really is all fun and games, actually.
But Donk and Pussy... But Donkey and Puss inadvertently warn him of the danger and responsibility of being king.
And the whole kingdom will look to you for wisdom and guidance. Just make sure they don't die of famine. Or plague.
Now, once Artie fully realizes the responsibility that's going to come with this, he tries to turn the ship around, and Shrek fights him for control of the
Again, I do not see how this has anything to do with white men.
Ship, and they end up crashing it and capsizing the ship. Now, eventually, Shrek is able to convince Artie to take on the responsibility that he clearly doesn't want, and the way he does this is by telling Artie,
People used to think I was a monster, but after a while, you learn to ignore the names that people call you, and you just trust who you are.
The problem with this line is that Shrek is actually...
Trust who you are. Killed Farquaad, destroyed Duloc. Emotionally manipulates his friends, destroyed Fairy Gotham potion. Eats people and uses the jelly from their eyes as toast.
a giant green monster. We saw in the first film and it's all throughout the book that this series is based on, he did in fact enjoy scaring humans. This isn't some unfair label. It is an accurate description of who Shrek is. He also preys on Artie's lack of a father figure because he tells him that although Artie's father wasn't present, at least he didn't try to eat him like Shrek's did.
Is that
My
even
father
what's
was an
actually
ogre.
happening here?
He tried to eat me.
Either this is true and all ogres are vile creatures that should...
All right, we're gonna have to actually watch this movie on our own time.
Mark the point with the Shrek franchise. Stop
'Cause I feel like they're just trying to manipulate the narrative here.
being a phenomenon and became a joke. Without this movie, we wouldn't have gotten this.
Oh, Pinocchio!
Kill me. Strap yourselves in, boyos and girlos. We're talking about why Shrek the Third is a cinematic disaster. Let's do it. Well, I guess there's no better place to start than by judging Shrek the Third by the criteria I laid out for a perfect sequel in the previous movie. It'll be fun, right?
Yeah, fun.
Maybe it'll get one of them right? Okay, let's get this over with. Expanding the universe. Let's see. Fiona has a cousin. That's cool. They go on a ship and it sails in the morning. And there's a high school. That's what Shrek the Third adds. There's no real new insight learned about the world. Most of the locations are just carried over from Shrek 2. And I guess we learned that Donkey went to high school?
Man, I haven't been on a trip like that since college.
And college? What? Leaving an undeniable impact on the franchise. I usually save this one for last, but the answer here is pretty short, obvious, and underwhelming. No, Shrek the Third does not impact the franchise. It kind of feels like a side story, if anything. It's like the big forehead man said.
There's no point. It serves no purpose. Shrek 4 recaps everything perfectly with the baby montage.
I literally can't explain it
Damn,
any
maybe
better
he's
than
right.
that. This is a Cars 2 kind of sequel, where its successor doesn't acknowledge its existence and its only additions to the universe are really stupid, continuing the story and introducing new compelling themes. Shrek the Third picks up in a semi-natural way from the last movie. Like, I think it's a good idea to have King Harold.
Maybe my memory isn't that good, but I thought Cars 2 was actually better than the first one.
Die and Shrek have to deal with being king, something he's clearly not cut out for. However, the idea that Shrek has to go on this quest and find this one guy with a claim to the throne is just kinda dumb. There's really no other solution to your problem, Shrek? Like, if you're the king, why don't you just abolish the monarchy and establish a constitutional democracy? I'm sure your subjects would enjoy not being subjugated all the time. What if there was an election of sorts? Hey, wait a minute. That was what the early version of Shrek 2 was going to be about. Director Andrew Adamson rejected it because it was more intellectual than emotional. Clearly the right choice for Shrek 2 because its emotionally driven story is one of its best attributes. But why not revive the idea for this movie? It probably would have been much more creative. You could really play up the satire. I mean, these movies came out when this guy was in office. You could have a field day in the writer's room. And besides, even if you're concerned this movie would be more intellectual than emotional, the Shrek the Third we got is not intellectual because its emotionally driven story is one of its best attributes. What if there was an election of sorts? Hey, wait a minute. That was what the early version of Shrek 2 was going to be about. Director Andrew Adamson rejected it because it was more intellectual than emotional. Clearly the right choice for Shrek 2 because its emotionally driven story is one of its best attributes. But why not revive the idea for this movie? It probably would have been much more creative. You could really play up the satire. I mean, these movies came out when this guy was in office. You could have a field day in the writer's room. And besides, even if you're concerned this movie would be more intellectual than emotional, the Shrek the Third we got is not intellectual or emotional. So at least we get one of the two, am I right? Truth be told, even though I adore the themes of identity and self-worth in the previous two movies, I don't think they necessarily needed to be carried over to this one. Shrek in this movie is loved by society and Fiona, and I think that's okay. Shrek doesn't need to repeat his arc of learning to love himself. But he still needs something, I guess, so being a dad it is. Again, that's a natural way to progress the story, and I feel like you could get a ton of good drama out of that. The problem is the everything. Babies are cute, but they're definitely not for everyone. And I certainly have no trouble believing that Shrek will be a little worried about being a father.
Ranking every version of Link by aura.
Today, I'm going to be ranking the 5 mainline 3D versions of Link based on aura. Now, when I say aura...
Number 1 aura, easily, obviously. Maybe not obviously. I would have to say probably Twilight Princess. It's not my favorite game, but in terms of just aura that Link has, it's like dark, gritty. It has aura.
I don't mean cool sword flips or cinematic cutscenes, because we all know who would win
Look at
that.
that.
I mean the weight each hero carries, how they look, what they accomplish, how the world treats them, and how they're remembered. For this video, I'm breaking aura into 5 categories. Each hero will receive a score out of 50 total points, with each category being worth 10. Firstly, visual presence, how each version of Link looks, moves, and presents himself. Second, mythic feats and scale,
Skyward
what each
Sword
Link
Link is
actually
pretty badass,
accomplishes
too.
over the course of their journey. Third, in-world reputation and charisma, how each Link is viewed by the people inside their world. Fourth, cultural impact and outside legacy, how each hero affected the Zelda series / gaming culture. And finally, narrative essence and arc, what each Link had to persevere through emotionally and symbolically. Keep in mind that these rankings are going to be subjective, and with that being said, let's start at the beginning.
If we're going by that metric, then it's obviously Majora's Mask Link. But
Literally. The Hero of the
We'll get
Sky.
into this.
Starting out with visuals, I'm going to
We'll
give the
get
Hero of
into
the Sky a 7 out of 10. He has a softer, painted aesthetic that feels like a high school varsity Link, if that makes sense. He looks promising, but still very much a knight in training. Compared to the later designs, he lacks a bit of bite and sharpness, but that's also part of the charm. When it comes to mythic feats,
I think the Skyward Sword Link actually looks like a pretty definitive version of Link. The only thing that takes away from him is the fact that he's right-handed to accommodate the motion controls, which I thought was kind of dumb, but I guess you have to do that for that type of gimmick.
but that's also part of the charm. When it comes to mythic feats, this is where the Hero of the Sky absolutely clears. This is an easy
What's up,
10 out of
ladies,
10.
man?
He forges the Master Sword, defeats Demise, the literal origin of evil in the Zelda universe, who had conquered time itself, and sets the foundation for the entire timeline. There's really no argument here. He's him. In terms of in-world reputation, I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. In Skyloft, he's seen as lazy and tends to oversleep. He's also frequently picked on by Groose. Though his Crimson Loftwing is quite rare, and he's very skilled with a sword, that being the hero of the
Wait,
wins.
no. Wind Waker has the most aura. Alright, enough of that shit. I have downloaded a new game. Or rather, I discovered a new game today. A new ROM hack called Fire Red and Leaf Green Plus. Why is the sound not playing? Why is the sound not playing? There we go. I've been meaning to play a good Fire Red Leaf Green hack that is something other than Radical Red. Should we play Fire Red or Leaf Green? You know what? My childhood was I was playing Leaf Green, and you don't see a lot of Leaf Green these days at all. So that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah. Okay. It's been a long time since I've actually played Leaf Green or Fire Red, definitively. I'm not entirely sure what's different about this game. From what I've heard is that other than Radical Red, this game is kind of like the second best. Like, it's not just a difficulty hack, but there's actual quality of life features to this game. Like more updated mechanics. Which I like. you know, more Pokemon, more, you know, the physical special split and stuff like that. Let's get the potion. Now, I have not played this game, so I cannot speak for it. But it's been a long time since I've played Gen 1 on the Gen 3 engine. Audio's a bit loud. What the game audio? Let's turn that down. How's that? Turn it down just a little bit. I forget how we're supposed to start this game, actually. Are we supposed to... No, we're supposed to leave, right? Originally. Yes. That's better? Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, the audio's all over the place sometimes. Make my fucking screen smaller, jeez. There we go. Okay, so what do we got here? Just the regular, basic-ass starters, okay. Well, there's nothing basic about Squirtle or Bulbasaur, but like... We're gonna go with Bulbasaur, obviously. Best choice, objectively. I'm not sure what the difference between Leaf Green and Fire Red is. I tend to think there are different Pokemon in Leaf Green than there are in Fire Red. Actually, hold on, let me research this, actually. Pokemon Fire Fed versus Leaf Green. Fire Red and Leaf Green, fuck AI. I'm not listening to AI. All Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green differences. Fire Red version exclusives. Okay. You can get Scizor. Oh damn, is Fire Red actually better? Oh no, it is. Oh, it actually is. Well, I do like, Magnemar's good. I like Starmie. But like, having a Growlithe, fucking Electabuzz, and having Scyther, and Scyther, I mean, you can't really go wrong with those. Can't really go wrong with those Mons. Shit, I like Pinsir too. But you know what? Slowbro, Starmie, Magmar, they're good. They're good. Victory Bell's not that bad either. Oh well. There's no going back now. Even if there isn't like a huge diversity of Pokemon in this game, I am kind of just looking for the regular fire red, leaf green experience anyways, so... I mean, I'm not complaining. Bro, how is this private property? This is a main road. Fucking fuck off. Right, we're supposed to go in here. Fire red and leaf green kind of takes a while to get going at first. But I mean, that's to be expected because it is the first Pokemon game. Or a remake of, rather. I don't know why his music plays as he's leaving, but... Alright, see you ladies, man. Ugh. Again, I don't know what the difference is between this and the original vanilla version of the game is. Now that I have a copy of it. Okay. Yeah, no one cares. Cool. Dude, thank God for the speed up button. So we did not have to just sit through that fucking agony. Agony. Turn the nightlight on. Jesus, my eyes are burning. My eyes are burning. Good God. Leech Seed. We have learned the move that we will keep forever, that will literally save us so many times in the future. We have learned a move that is probably the most important move that you could ever learn as a grass type. Because as anybody knows, anybody who knows Pokemon would understand the secret to playing a grass type is to slowly cut down your opponent and play the long game. Definitely use stall strats to play as a grass type. That's usually what you use, especially a Pokemon like Bulbasaur. It's not really offensive. You kind of just, what you do is you use Leech Seed, then you use Poison Powder. And that'll be kind of like a double damage inflicted on the opponent that kind of slowly over time whittles them down rather than just going all out on the offensive. The thing I don't like about the beginning of the Gen 1 games, or Fire Red, Leaf Green, is that there's really no incentive, unless you choose, you know, unless you have like Charizard, or not Charizard, Charmander, there's really no incentive to catch any other Pokemon other than your starter. Because all these bug Pokemon suck ass, and they will not help you against the rock gym that is coming up. They do not help you against rock, even remotely. There's really no need to catch Pokemon before rock if you've chosen Bulbasaur or Squirtle. Actually, even for Misty, I don't think I'll really have to catch any other Mons. It's a good idea though, just so that, you know, we're not over-leveled. I don't think there's really any like interesting Mons that you can catch, really. Because this is all bugs. Because this is all bug types. Like, there's no... Why would you ever want bug types to go up against a rock type? I'm pretty sure bugs... If I'm not mistaken, bug types are actually ineffective, right? Am I correct on that? Bug type weaknesses. Flying, fire, and rock types, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. I can't even imagine using Charmander, like, for this game. I understand that people love I guess people have this idea that just because it's a fire type that somehow that means it's good, but, like, not really. Not at all, actually. Like, you're kind of nerfed from the start, because you have a rock type, and then you have a water type gym, and the only Mons that you can catch up until that point are all bug types. Like, why would you ever want to do that to yourself? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. Enjoy this, the theme song of Pewter City, as I piss. Anyways, where were we? Oh, yes. Oh. Sorry, I had to take a shit also. Anyways. Oh man. I haven't even eaten anything today. So what is this? We got some fossils in here. We got Aerodactyl. Holy crap. You can get Aerodactyl in this game, right? You should be able to, right? Kabutops. There's someone up here we need to talk to, correct? Be kind. Something, something. Okay, nothing interesting in here. I mean, we got no other choice but to just take on the gym leader. I guess. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really seeing the difference. I'm not really seeing the difference between this and the regular Fire Red Leaf Green. Let's ask Reddit. Difficulty options. Wait, what? Version switch. Built-in Muzzlock mode. An optional mode to disable free heals. Experience modifier. Master trainers. Farwind Southern Island Port Emerald Ball. It's available in-game. Gym leader rematches. Running indoors. Auto running, faster biking or surfing. Loader play, say so. Instant text option. Is that actually a thing? 246 Pokemon available without trading. All obtainable Pokemon. Excuse me. 100% legal in Gen 3. For real? Am I just not playing the updated version of this game? Oh, there we go. Instant. Okay. Yeah. So I think he has a Geodude, he has an Onyx, I think. And he might have a Sandshrew, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. So far, this is incredibly easy. Oh, he only has 2. Really? Okay. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, that was literally the easiest Pokemon battle we've had so far. I didn't even take damage. I think in all my time of playing Pokemon, that was probably the easiest battle ever. Not surprising, considering we have a Bulbasaur. We might as well just head on over to Misty, right? Is there something up here? I don't think there is. What is the point of this space right here? Is this supposed to be something? At some time, is this supposed to be like a building? Is there a hidden item? So these are just slightly... It's basically Fire Red and Leaf Green with a few quality of life improvements. I mean, I can't really complain about that. Fuck, this next series of battles is so annoying. It's not hard, but it's like... Come on. It's just battle after battle after battle here. Yes. Alright, we have Leech Seed and Poison Powder. These 2 moves will be a staple for Bulbasaur throughout all of its evolutions. These are probably the most important moves that Bulbasaur can learn. They are an absolute requirement. They are the #1 foolproof technique for playing as a grass type, especially Bulbasaur. Other than that, not that useful, to be honest. Well, that's not true, but... So as you can see, what I'll do is I'll set out the Leech Seed. If he doesn't evade it, that is. I'm gonna die trying to demonstrate this. Oh shit. Use the one potion I actually have. Somehow we got 4. Alright. So basically what you would do is you would set out the Leech Seed, and then you'd follow it up with a Poison Powder, or vice versa. And basically that will whittle down your opponent, slowly making them lose HP through the poison and also the Leech Seed. You'll also gain HP from the Leech Seed as well, which is very cool. Kind of a foolproof system, really. For most Pokemon, that is. I don't think Leech Seed works on... Oh, maybe it does. I don't know if Poison Powder, however, I do not know if that will work on the Caterpie. So as you can see, it is Leech Seeded, as well as Poison. So it's kind of taking double damage. Which allows us to do basically whatever we want. Oh wait, I don't think Poison Powder will affect Weedle, or Weedle, not Weedle, what am I talking about? Not Weedle-Dee. That's a whole other game. Fuck, I hate these oh my god. It punishes you for trying to avoid that battle. It's kind of a dick move, but... Actually, I think we're coming up on Mount Moon, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what it's called. We might be able to catch better Pokemon around there. Bulbasaur is already evolving. It's kind of easy, I'm not gonna lie. And see, it basically forces you, I say basically a lot, it forces you to have this battle. The grind is forced. Oh boy. We got one more. We got one more. Should we use Pidgey? You know, I've played Fire Red, Leaf Green a lot of times. I've never once used the Pidgey before. I think we might just have to go with Pidgey. Or not. Okay. Mankey. Mankey's kind of legit. I think we're gonna kill it, though. Okay, the Pokemon... Okay. We're gonna have to... Pretty much just gonna have to do this the whole time. Because Ivysaur is too effective. I think we could find a place for Mankey on our team. I kind of wanted to use Pidgey to have Pidgeotto. Because, I mean, Gen 1, there really aren't that many flying types, unless you count Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Fearow. There is Fearow, which is what I usually end up using, but I haven't really used Pidgey ever. I think you can also catch Nidoran. Actually, we might just catch Nidoran. I might not even... Yeah, see, this is what I usually use, right? But Spearow... Let's compare stats here. Normal flying type. And then at level 20, it has really good attack speed. And, well, it's not really good. It's just good, you know? And then every other stat is kind of mediocre. But if we look at Pidgey, right? Or how about just Pidgeotto, the final evolution? I mean, or Pidgeotto, I mean, that's like, it's kind of ass. But you know what? No, we should actually use Fearow. Fearow is definitely the better of the two. What was I thinking? Pidgeotto is such a mediocre Pokemon. Or Pidgeot, I mean. But there really aren't any good flying types. Actually, no, there's Dodrio. That's right. We might have to replace this with Dodrio eventually. Matter of fact, come to think of it, we don't really have a use for a flying type right now. I think we're just gonna poison him and leave him where he is. Jigglypuff. Is Jigglypuff good? It has sleep strats. I know that. And this is before it was a fairy type, obviously. Pretty good HP pool, so it's kind of a tank. Doesn't really seem to do good anywhere else at all. Yeah, I think we'll have to pass. I think we're gonna have to pass. Well, wait. Cute Charm. There's a 30% chance that they're become infatuated. I mean, that's good. And then there's competitive. Boost special attack stat when a stat is lowered. Those aren't necessarily the worst stats in the world, but I don't think it really makes up for all of its flaws, you know what I mean? I think we'll just do with Mankey for now as a backup. I know Mankey's not great. Like, what does Mankey evolve into? Primate? We don't have this, I don't think. Good attack, good speed. Evolves to level 28. It's not terrible, but like every other stat is pretty much ass. We'll go with it for now, though. Okay, right, alright. We'll just do some slight leveling up here with Mankey. I think Mankey will be a temporary choice. I don't think it's a good long-term Pokemon to have, really. Damn, that does like nothing. Okay. Damn it. Oh. We cannot have that. Just over leveled. We are not ready for that. did that again. And again. I gotta be careful with the speed up button. Alright, well now we're asleep, so... Do we have any repels? I don't think we do. No. Oh my god. Whatever. We need to level up Mankey anyways. Who cares? Item. Fuck you. Oh wait, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Okay. I actually was kind of hoping for that, because if Mankey dies, we all die. If I can't level up Mankey, then I don't want to continue. Shit. Yo, who gave this fucking Rattata? Can Rattata even learn Hyper Fang? How did he learn Hyper Fang so fucking quick? You cannot teach Rattata Hyper Fang, right? just gotta switch out pretty much. We are not saving that. Helix fossil gives you Onyamite, right? Dude, this website is actually useless. It doesn't even tell you what the Helix fossil does. You have to, like, know... Fuck, that's so stupid. What the fuck? What is the name of the Pokemon? Yes. Good defense, good special attack. Rock and water type, huh? Then the other is Kabutops, which is good. Oh, Kabutops sucks ass. Why would you ever get a water type that has good physical attacking? Like, rock type physical attacks are not that good at all. Like, if they're the same type, why would you ever get the one with the most physical attacking instead of just special attack? Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go with Omnite. There's no way to go back from here, so we definitely want to pick Mega Kick. So we definitely want to... See, this is what I don't understand. Why would you ever want to learn Mega Kick? It's like not even... There isn't even that many PPs that you can use. It has like no power points, but I don't know. They're pretty much giving you free moves here. And they are pretty powerful. But they're normal type moves, which makes absolutely no sense. Definitely do not want to miss that though, for sure. Definitely do not want to miss that. Can we go up here? I don't think we can. I'm guessing there's nothing interesting in these woods. In this grass. No. Oh man, I'm hungry. Can we go up here? Nope. Unconsensual, non-consensual trainer battle. Or rather, a rival battle. Alright, let's just use Mega Kick. Oh, we're gonna... Yeah, no, Mankey's dead. Okay, didn't think that would actually work. Wait, did we stop at the Poke Center? Fuck. Wait, we might actually be cooked. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, we did. Good. We're not ready for that battle just yet, but I think we'll do just fine at this gym, so... Can you stop fucking missing? Holy shit. Dude. Just do the move. Fucking smoke screen. Let's get rid of Mega Punch. Get an actual fighting type move up in there. Oh man. Fucking tired. I think we're gonna end it off here soon. We're gonna get some super potions. Go here. Oh wait, Mankey's first, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, took one for the team. Just leech seed. I don't think we need to use poison powder on him. If I'm not mistaken, Misty only has 2 Pokemon. Yeah, Starmie. Okay. Starmie and a Staryu. Of course he's gonna use a fucking super potion. Fucking bitch. Pretty sure the Staryu is level 21, right? Yeah. Okay, we seed. Poison powder. Looking good. Vine whip. Alright. What did I tell you? Poison powder. Leech seed strats. Can't go wrong. Okay, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to end off the stream here. It's been fucking 3 hours already. Yeah, cool. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping by. Alright.